royaltyradio.ca, www.royaltyradio.ca, www.cfrradio.com, 905-828-3447. That's 905-828-3447. Tonight we have an individual with us. He made his debut on the show back in March of this year. He released his mixtape, Mr. Moscow Volume 1, which was hosted by DJ Surefire and DJ Smalls. Since its release, he's been putting in work, pulling tracks out and making super bad moves for his comrades or his motives. We have with us Vitali Moscow back in the studio. Welcome back to Royalty Radio, my man.
Thank you, brother. It's a pleasure to be here, man.
Definitely.
We got us in the building.
For sure, for sure. It's been a while since you were here. I mean, since the last time, what have you been up to since that time? Man?
Work, man. Whole bunch of work, brother. You know what it is. Hitting the road. Just got back from Atlanta.
Okay.
You know, working, man. Busy, man. Staying busy, brother.
Definitely, man. Now, of course, when you came through, we were talking about the mixtape. At that time, it wasn't released yet.
Yeah.
Right? There were singles coming out. Why They Do That was one of them, and Work was also another one. Since you've released it, what are some of the feedback been since then?
Feedback has been great, man. It's been overwhelming. For my first debut, it came out. I think we had 50,000 downloads or something like that.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, I'm very happy.
And that's across all boards.
That's
right?
across the board. Yeah, man.
Definitely.
So that's a good look. And it's been great, man. Right now I'm working on my follow-up.
Okay.
You know, coming out with the next mixtape coming soon, to be announced.
To be announced? Is that going to be the title, To Be
No,
Announced?
no.
All right. So how are you going to take it differently? I mean, what are you going to do differently for this one?
Just progress, man. It's evolution, you know what I mean?
Right.
Every time I'm back in the lab, into the studio, I'm always working on something new, you know what I mean? Just trying to progress. You know, with anything that you do, it's work. You put in the work, you know, you grow. At least it should be.
That's true. I mean? That's very true. What are some of the signs of encouragement? I mean, looking at the feedback that's been coming through, what are some of the things that you've taken from this that you say, okay, you know what? I've got this positive feedback, I'm going to take it and run with it. What are some of those things that, you know, that you've got so far?
Positive feedback? Well, hey, I just got back from Atlanta. I hooked up with Jose Messiah, you know, drugs boss.
Yeah.
And basically for him to, you know, put out the invite to come out to Atlanta was a big, you know, motivation.
Right.
You know, it's motivation for me, brother, you know. Just keep moving, man. That's it.
For sure. Now, since the last time you came to, some of the singles that you have on the mixtape, what are some of the singles that, you know, have taken off on its own without you putting out a video out there and everything like that? Which ones have you seen so far that have jumped off the mixtape?
The most feedback I got was, well, obviously Why They Do That Work was another follow-up, but Super Bad. A lot of people are loving that one, man.
That had that 70s vibe going on.
It did. A lot of people were liking that. I had Mike, I forget his last name, but from Noma Music, he's a publisher out in LA.
Okay.
He fell in love with that joint.
Right.
And so I'm not, you know, I don't want to say anything before it happens, but he was trying to get it plugged into something, so.
Okay. Now, for those who haven't heard of it, what's the concept of Super Bad?
Super Bad is just some pimping, laid back, you know, feel good type. You know, get your Cadillac out and whip that.
And just go around driving, cruising.
Yeah, just enjoy yourself. That's what it was for me. My homie hit me with the beat and I fell in love with it right away.
What was it about that beat that, you know, just, you know,
it's just the feel, man. It's a funk. You know, it's funky, bro.
Definitely. Now,
reminded you of that 70s shit.
For sure. Now, if there was an artist from the 70s you could work with, who would that be? And why?
Wow. I don't know. I love Motown, man. Any of those Motown cats would be dope. Isley Brothers.
Yeah, Leroy Emanuel, one of your joints.
Leroy, I've actually worked with Leroy Emanuel.
Okay.
He was from the 70s. He was in a band called The Counts.
Yeah.
And he hung out with Marvin Gaye. He used to, you know, he told me some stories that I can't talk about it on the air, but, you know.
Come on, give us one piece of the story.
What did he say? Yeah, you say Marvin called him, he came pick him up, and they'd go smoking, you know, hit forget where it was, New York or whatever, they go walk barefoot smoking, you know.
Just having
him and Marvin Gaye, that's crazy, you know.
Yeah, definitely, a legend on that.
Just to be able to work with him was a pleasure, man.
For sure. Now, video-wise, which videos do you have out there relating to the mixtape so far?
Right now, we're actually working on a few. I had one that was in the works, some things fell through.
Okay.
As far as just planning-wise and certain stuff with the director and stuff, just creative differences and stuff like that, so. It's a shame that it got pushed back, but I'm working on a few ones, so just look out for a whole lot of video and media coming out.
Which one would be the most recent one that you're working on that's going to come out soon? Which one's going to come out?
I was actually planning something for Super Bad.
Super Bad, okay. Where are you going to be taking that? Is that going to be happening in, like, you know, California? Where is it going to be going?
Not sure, man. It all depends on the director and his vision.
Okay.
You know? See how he takes it, you know? Maybe it'll be out here just
Just chilling.
Who knows?
We got a lot of things on the table also.
No, go back.
The joint with Crazy Bone, we might do some visuals for that.
Yeah, I got my next single coming out with Crazy Bone called
Okay.
Exodus.
Definitely. Now, how did you hook up with Crazy Bone for this one? I mean, Exodus.
Well, I'm actually real good with Young Noble from the Outlaws,
Okay.
and that's my homie. That's my big homie right there.
Right.
He basically helped out, you know. After I did the song with Buck, Noble reached out to me and he's like, "Oh, I like what you did with Buck, you know. We should work on something," which was
Okay.
crazy for me to hear from. You know, it's
Yeah.
Outlaws. These men are
Right.
always pocket, you know.
Definitely.
So. And then from there, we did the joint thing. He was doing some things. He had a show out here with Crazy Bone, and it was the Outlaws and the Bone Thugs and Harmony show out here.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the Thug Brothers tour that they were doing, and we linked up. We talked, we smoked, and you know, it's history, man.
Smoking always builds that connection.
It
right?
does, man.
Once you get high, everybody's good, man.
Everybody's in love. You know, everybody's in love
For
after
sure.
that.
So when can we expect that one to come out?
Now it's coming soon. Actually, I had a few mixes done of it. I'm not completely happy with it, so I have
Okay.
shot over to somebody else.
Right.
Joe Carvalho from I forget the studio, but it's one of the biggest studios that they opened up in Canada right
Okay,
now.
so they're definitely doing work on that.
They're working.
All
Yeah.
right. That's good.
Looking
That's
forward
good.
for that one to come out, because that's a big tune.
Okay. Well,
So I
looking
gotta
forward
get
to
it
hearing
right.
it.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too,
hey,
man.
it's not every day you mesh with one of the Bone Thugs, right?
Exactly, man.
For sure. Now, of course, you know what, we're gonna get into a bit of a mix right now, but you know what? Just talk to DJ 95. Before that, promote yourself a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Let the people know it's good.
It's Mr. Molotov Moscow, Vitali Moscow. Check me out on Twitter, @Vitali Moscow. Also on Instagram, same name, Vitali Moscow. You know what it is.
Definitely.
Bugatti.
You know what it is. Royalty Radio, www.royaltyradio.ca, www.cfrradio.com, 905-828-3447. You know what it is. Royalty will be back right after this. And yes, we are back with Vitali Moscow. Promote yourself one more time, let the people know what's good.
Yeah, man. Vitali Moscow. Go check out that tape hosted by world famous DJ Smalls, Mr. Moscow Volume 1. You know what it is.
That's what we're talking about. Now, you know, let's go back to the Exodus. I mean, we're looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? What's your expectation for it?
I got a lot of expectations. Like, I put that shit on my arm, bro. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Those are the notes from the actual song.
Oh, wow. Seriously?
When I heard that beat, that done wonders to me, man. That was like inspiration, man.
For those who are going to hear, what's the concept for that song?
Exodus is just a movement from different times, you know what I mean? A different age. Moving into the age of Aquarius and a whole lot of things that weren't working in the past.
Right.
You know, definitely need some changes. So Exodus is the exodus out of that period. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
That's dope. That's dope. Now, you said you were in the ATL doing your thing over there. Word was you had a showcase for Grand Hustle.
Yeah.
How did that work out? Like, how did that all happen?
That was crazy. How it all came together, like I said, I hooked up with Jose Messiah
Right.
and
That swag boss, Big Apple.
Swag Boss, Big Apple, you know.
Right.
And he gave me the invite,
Okay.
said come out there. He had a few things, basically. We've been talking, you know, he's been talking to my business partner.
Okay.
And obviously they share the same vision,
Right.
you know what I mean? So took that invite, went out there and rocked that showcase and, you know, came back a new man, basically.
For sure. Now, those who don't go to showcases often, especially when you're going for like a label,
Yeah.
like what should one expect when they go there? Like, what were you expecting when you went there?
What was I expecting?
Yeah.
What do you mean for myself?
Yeah, well, for yourself and just for those who aren't aware of what happens there. When you go there, what happens for those who don't know?
Well, there was maybe like 30 artists
Right.
that came out, did their thing one after another,
Okay.
and there's a lot of talent, man.
Right.
So you'd be surprised, you know, people stay in their local towns and their local cities, and you know,
Right.
they hear about places like that, but you go to Atlanta and you definitely feel hip hop. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That lives up.
Yeah.
I loved it. I felt at home. I didn't want to go back.
Yeah, definitely. You were out there, and you know some unfortunate scenarios happened over here. You had to come back and handle business. You know how has that helped
actually
you?
the first trip.
That was our first trip. I was supposed to go out there a month ago
Oh, okay.
for the A3C festival,
Right.
and I was on my way.
Right.
I got word one of my brothers passed away,
Fortunately, yeah.
and I took it pretty hard. You know
Yeah,
what
no,
I mean?
definitely.
That's my brother. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
Rest in peace, Danny G. I love you, brother. And came back,
Yeah.
helped the family out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Buried my brother.
All right.
Let him go, and I explained. You know what I mean? Fortunately, you know the homies out there, they understood. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
definitely.
So I could appreciate that.
For sure, for sure. Going forward, how do you think you're gonna bless his legacy? I mean, for all he's done for you in terms of, you know.
He was one of my biggest supporters, man.
Okay.
Like, he always says, like, man, you're sick. You gotta do something with your life, you know? Start doing all this other shit. But, yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna push hard, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's motivation. At the
That's
end of the
true.
day, taking little things like these trips and all these things, you know, a whole lot of things happened in the last couple months that really put my focus into one specific area, and that's forward. You know what I mean? Just move forward, bro.
That's true. Now, of course, the year is coming down to an end. How do you categorize your year? How has it been so far from everything, from when you started up to this point?
I think it's been a crazy year. I think it's been a crazy year for everybody. I don't know, 2013, lucky 13, you know what I mean? A whole lot of things happen. You know, sometimes you feel like you're kind of under the weather, you know? Things ain't really working out as how you like them to be, but every day that we wake up is a blessing. You know?
That's true.
See that sun.
All right, and what do you got going forward for 2014?
I have a whole lot of things going forward, man. A whole lot of things, brother. Like I said, the tape.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be going back to Atlanta real soon.
Okay.
A few more trips, LA, a lot of shows and things like that. A whole lot of shows, a lot of videos, a lot of media. Just a whole lot of Vitali Moscow.
Okay.
Just pushing that brand, bro.
I also hear you're in the designing, you know, field, trying to get a clothing line out there too.
We're working on it, man. You know, you gotta merchandise. You gotta, you know.
What will your clothing line look like?
What would it look like?
What is it going to look like? Because I really like your jacket.
You like my jacket?
I just want to put it out there that you look incredibly
warm, it's cold
soft
out
and
there.
luxurious right now.
It's cool.
Are you going to have pieces like that?
Oh, shit. Why not? Like I said, I'm just starting on that. You know, it's called Brigada. Brigada is the label.
Okay.
And it sounds right. Brigada. You know, you think Prada.
Right.
You know what I mean? It sounds right.
Yeah.
It sounds right.
Definitely. Got that Russian flair to it, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
For sure. So for those, for the end of the year, do you have any shows coming up or anything like that?
As of right now, there's a few that we're going over. I think the next one that's going to be going down is in Windsor. Actually, possibly a couple other ones in Detroit.
Okay.
And
I'm working on that meat mill joint coming up.
yeah,
I'm working on that actually, you know. Got a lot of people
we
reaching
got a lot
out
of
to
work
us,
going
Got a
on.
lot of work going on. All right.
That's rich swag over there.
Definitely, man. And before we wrap it up, man, just some last shout outs. Any last shout outs you got for the fam?
Yeah, yourself, my man, Royalty Radio,
right.
you know, Brigada Entertainment,
Definitely.
Rich Swag, Benny Buffet, Big Apple, Jose Messiah. You know, there's just a whole team. Shad, MAD, you know, Pushers, Gamrini.
Definitely.
All the homies out there.
All right, definitely, man. I want to say thank you very much for coming through once again.
Appreciate you, man.
Just promote yourself one more time, let the people know
Yeah,
what's
man.
good.
Vitali Moscow. Check me out. VitaliMoscow.com. That's the website. Twitter @Vitali Moscow. Also on that Instagram joint.
All
You know?
right. Let's get it.
mixtapes.com.
Royalty Radio, you know what it is. www.royaltyradio.ca, www.cfiradio.com, 905-828-3447. You know what it is. We'll be back. It's Royalty.
Yo, this your boy Vitali Moscow, Mr. Molotov. Make sure y'all tune in 8 to 10 o'clock Tuesdays, royaltyradio.ca. Brigada Entertainment.
We roll up, they pack up and run. On the job, so it's back to the crib 24/7.